My name is Joanna, and I grew up in Durango, Colorado. Now I live in Florida, and I can still do my passion, what I do as a hobby, as something I enjoy, something that I'm passionate about, and that's doing Native American arts on gourds. And gourds are a vegetable, non-edible vegetable. I get my different gourds, sizes. I can pick and choose. And I like large ones. When I was in Colorado and I needed supplies, so I would go online. I'd have to buy them. Split leaf philodendron, they have like a husk that falls off when a new leaf is coming out. And, you know, they unwind when the new leaf. So that little husk on it, I soak them in water and I use them to weave on top of the gourds. And now I don't have to pay for them anymore. I used to pay for those online too. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I can get all my other embellishments for nothing. Haven't found a place for that. See how pretty that looks? No, I love it. Keeps me busy too. Keeps me out of trouble. Yeah. But I do miss living in Colorado. My father is Scottish, Irish. My mother is, back then they just said Mexican, Spanish, and Apache. He was the first, as they say, first white man to marry a Mexican in Durango. People had a hard time accepting it that he was white and she was Mexican. I grew up around the Native Americans as a kid, and I grew up around the Navajos. So we used to play with them a lot. I mean, we play in the kivas, you know, and didn't think anything of it. I remember seeing the pottery and the turquoise, and I fell in love with it. Years and years, up into my 40s, I didn't even think about it again until I went to a Native American powwow. I mean, your skin, the hair on your arm just kind of stands up, and then you can feel the beat of the drums as it's going. It's awesome. See, I'm talking about it, and I'm getting chills. And I've been to quite a few Indian powwows. My grandsons are too little to really know. In fact, when they come over, they always pat him on the butt, my wooden Indian. But one day, you know, I'd like to tell my grandkids reading. I like to show them the books that I've got. And I have quite a few books that I even have one on how to maybe build your own teepee. So, you know. The dust that comes off of it, it's so fine that when you breathe, it kind of gets in the hairs of your nose, and it can be a little toxic. I could use just a gourd just naturally, the way it looks. But then there's times where certain embellishments that will look better if it were dyed. So I use leather dyes rather than a brush. It's almost like a cotton ball. And then once I've decided I like the color, then I will get a clear acrylic spray and spray it. It just kind of protects the color well. And it just makes the gourd pop with the designs that are in the gourd itself and what the dye kind of brought out. I sold better in Colorado, but Fiesta in the park has been real good to me. I didn't sell any gourds, but I'll go back. I love doing it. I like showing people my art. WindSpirits, I named it that because where I lived in southern Colorado, remotely at 10,000 elevation, and the wind would blow out of the south. There was a carving on a spruce tree, a carving of an Indian, a bust of an Indian, and he's facing the wind. And I said, that's the wind spirit. And I named where I live the wind spirit as part of my wind spirit that's with me. It's all a joy. I love it. I love doing it.